Hey guys, welcome back to the bar. Dr. Drunk aka here, playing Warships. Got a game for you in my Tier 9 premium US battleship, the USS Missouri, divvied up with Puddin and Angry Beaver. And we are on tiers of the cruisers. And of course, because Warships replays don't seem to work on the 64-bit client, we have to use the 32-bit client, which means we're going to change the graphics settings to make everything look a little prettier. As you can see from the matchmaking, it is a top tier game. Look top tier here. There's a CV in play. Now, this game will be a who's who and what's what of what not to do. Just FYI, you're gonna watch me make some rather stupid decisions. You're gonna watch teammates make some rather stupid decisions. For those of you who are not aware, as you see their Iowa saying Epicenter is trash, you'll see more of him in just a few short minutes. For those of you who are unaware of what the Missouri is, if you're new to the game, the Missouri was one of the first free XP ships available, and she is essentially an Iowa-class battleship, which means she has 9 16-inch guns and 3 triple turrets. She has an Iowa-style armor scheme. She has a bit thicker transverse bulkhead in front of the Citadel in the front, so she can do stupid bow-in things. Most importantly, she has radar. A 9.5 kilometer American, call it bargain basement radar, but still, battleship with radar, all. She also has an utterly insane credit earning potential, which will come into play at the end of this match. But as you can see, I'm wearing the Golden Week camo that gives credit bonuses. I'm fully decked out on signal flags that give credit bonuses. and let's be honest, there's a reason why the Missouri is called the Floating Mint. It prints credits like no other ship in the game can print credits. We'll see that later. As it stands now, remember we just saw that Iowa complaint in chat that Epicenter was garbage. Apparently he really doesn't like Epicenter, and he doesn't really want to play Epicenter. So he four-headed the W key several times and apparently just decided to alt-tab to another window so that he could maybe go do his taxes or check his email or buy something on eBay. Either way, it goes without saying, this guy is going to die. So, we probably should say that. As it stands, we have one top-tier ship, one top-tier battleship on the left flank. We have one top-tier battleship on the right flank. And on this flank, besides some HE Iowa, I'm Eisenhower, Colorado, who are going the other direction. Argue with that case. Broadside Cleveland, always a good decision. I think it's going to be a pain in the ass for the vast majority of this game. Colorado and the Eisenhower getting an early start kiting, which I don't necessarily know that I blame them, but you know, things is what things is. As I said, the Iowa decided that he wanted to alt-tab and go back to port, and he got signed for that. Friesland decides to smoke up. I don't know if this guy doesn't understand that I have radar or not, but he does smoke up in front of me.
The ship is on fire.
And what do most DDs do when they're spotted in smoke? By radar, they decide to go forward. What does your average potato Friesland do? Just continue to back up behind the island. Potato armor is the best armor, and there is no substitute for stupidity. Somehow their Lexington decides that he's already had enough fun in this game and he wants to try something else. So he decides to sailed directly around the flank. You see I have retracers, that means I have halsey, which means I have accelerated expert loader, but I'm not smart enough to use expert loader. I'll switch to an EP. So we do a few thousand damage to Lexington and decide to forehead into an island. Sounds like a good time. Not. Iowa coming around in front of us, but right now we're going to load the AP. Hopefully try to get all of our guns turned on this Lexington, because fuck carriers, and this is just sure justice. Maybe it's sure justice? God, man, use torpedo acceleration. We clapped the creature for about 23,000 damage. It's not enough to kill, which is sad. And of course he gets a flood. Why wouldn't he get a flood, you know? CVs, man. CVs, man. Creature is still sitting in open water, and our Albemarle... give this guy credit for hunting, because he really, really wants that belt. He's hungry, he wants to eat tonight. But, getting the torpedoes off, was it worth it, son? Are you winning, son? I think the objective answer here is probably going to be no. Chevy Cruiser, Tier 7 on 900 hit points in front of, was that 5 ships? 5 ships. See his shores. I'm waiting to see if he's going to show his broadside. Right enough to do so. He decides not to, so fuck you, Iowa, match your bow. Have a good afternoon. Next in the diary of things not to do, let's take a look at our naked Colorado, who has decided that, you know what, living is probably not the greatest idea. I'm going to go sailing with 6 ships. Our Bliskovica, with the detectability of Mars, also decides, you know what, guys, I don't like Epicenter, and I really need to go back to port. So I'm going to try
all stations
to get a Kazi.
Reporting the position of a strategic target.
Newsflash, it doesn't work out too well for him, as you can see. Now, at this point, the Colorado is committing suicide. I have no desire to commit suicide by driving into 6 ships, so I'm going to kite away. Too high on the Kinkazi, expecting him to turn out. He doesn't turn out. The Vladivostok just rushes a Hipper. I don't know if you realize that it has torpedoes, but newsflash, son, it does. Gonna get a cheeky center cap here. Battleships capping points. That is 2021 meta in a nutshell. And the Vladdy's saying he got corralled by a DD that he couldn't see. Newsflash for you again, Vladdy. That is a Jervis. Its torpedo range is 7 kilometers. It wasn't going to get very close to you because there's a CV, a DD, and, of course, a Tier 9 battleship there next to you. So instead of charging in, maybe you should think about your life choices. Our Colorado, as I explained, had no desire to live, so he's going back to port to basically try again. Unfortunately, that leaves us down 4 ships to 2, and even though we have the center cap and the middle cap, we're still down on points, and we're not going to have those caps for very long. Because aside from the Hipper and Beaver in his Kinkazi, there's really nothing to stem the flow of top-tier ships in that area. It says he's going to go down and deal with the Jervis, which is keeping our Shokaku spotted. We really need that Jervis to die so that our Shokaku can go unspotted, because we really would love him to live for a little while. And at this point, in comms, in Discord, we're basically saying, look, we just need to regroup down here. We need to... We have the advantage in numbers, we have the advantage in firepower. 2 Tier 9 battleships versus a Tier 7 and 2 Tier 8 cruisers. We should be able to handle this, no problem. Go undetected for a moment. Neon is apparently not a Flipper crowd, but a Flipper crowd. Yeah, German guys, yeah. He eats a Citadel and then fires AP back at me, which basically tickles a little bit. Doing something incredibly stupid here, though. I'm showing my broadside to the Caracciolo, the North Carolina, the Iowa, not showing everybody. But as it stands, I'm only being aimed and shot at by that Cleveland, so I guess until things change, I'm not going to sweat it too much. Indecision hits me hard here. Instead of just keeping my guns on that Leon, I think about popping the Caracciolo, and then because the Friesland is up, well, we need that Friesland to die, we need Beaver to live, I need to not show my broadside to the Iowa, and cool guys don't make explosions, so there goes.
Enemy destroyer foundered.
Friesland gets him off the board. He was hydroing Beaver, but unfortunately, Beaver was running out of smoke, and I think he goes down here shortly to the Caracciolo, the NorCal, and Iowa. We're just going to park ourselves right in there, all Austin Powersy, so that we can protect our broadside from all those big 16-inch guns to the north. He chopped the Leon pretty nicely. His return HE actually does not set us on fire, which is pretty nice, to be honest. Pop a heel, we've got two left. We're in a decent spot here. I don't know why our Chicago's backing away from the island. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, our Gneisenau is decided. Now's the time to find the W key. It's time to go full ham into a pair of cruisers. That should work out extremely well for you, sir. I'm very proud of your life's decision making. We're losing the central cap as putting guns down the Jervis, and that actually sort of evens up the scores in terms of ships. We're actually up on points, but well, there goes our Gneisenau. Not like anybody would have ever seen that coming. I'm going to make another critical mistake here. I don't know why I make this mistake, but I do. There's a Hipper sitting there, and hey, fella, how are ya? I don't know why I elevate my aim here. Doesn't really matter either way, because 10K is 10K, and Hipper is just Missouri. I'm gonna burn here.
The ship is on fire.
On deck because that goddamn Cleveland is being an absolute pest. I believe that's an IFHE as well, considering the alpha damage that guy is getting on me here. Hipper's gonna do the island humping thing. I go undetected, which means it's time to pop my DCP. Fires out, our Chicago dies, we're suddenly down on points, we have no caps, and we're losing the one that we had. Great. What do we do? It's now 4 against 7? How do we even the odds? Well, I said Missouri has radar. Here's a little tip for you guys. Radar tends to make people panic. Radar tends to freak people out if they don't know where you are and you get radared. You know, very frequently they'll decide, hey, I'm gonna bail the hell out of here because I don't know what's coming. Now I have a definite quandary here. Do I show my broadside to North Carolina? Thankfully misses because I stopped and turned in. Or thankfully detonates the Hipper because I'm thinking, shit, Hipper torps are coming. I have to kill him before he comes out. However, with the Hipper torps not even a question, and nobody aiming at me really except for NorCal, I can bow into him and just make him know my name as I bitch slap him into the next calendar day. 25,000 damage off that tier 8 tech tree battleship. We got marshmallows and hot dogs up on deck again. Pretty camo you got there, NorCal, but I did rock Halsey, which means I get a bonus to my reload, and you get a bonus 22,000 damage. Fuck off of my screen. That's what I thought. Run away. There's a Cleveland out there somewhere. I don't know where. There's a NorCal as well. I have two options. I can either go north through the gap and potentially get clapped by that Iowa as he moves south. Potentially going to be torpedoes coming through that gap. Or I can sneak around this island and try to use the islands to protect my broadside from the Iowa and from the NorCal. Stupidly, once again, I don't have my guns angled direction to the left of Cleveland. And again, I'm fairly certain he's running IFHE on that based on the alpha damage. Pop my last heal. Realize I'm not detected. So that Kitakaze is not in that smoke screen. He's not in the same area. Asking Puddin how do his torpedoes look on that Iowa that just planted his forehead onto the rock.
5 minutes.
And he says they look good, however the guy's screwing through it. So now, I can come across and just blap him, but
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
You see a DD, shoot a DD. Destroyers win games, guys, so when you see it, you kill it. No exceptions. However, unfortunately, once again, indecision gets the best of me. I don't know why I'm so indecisive in this particular match.
Attention.
I should be
Reporting the target position.
pointing my bow hard into the Iowa at this point and simply looking to finish this Iowa off. But my concern was, okay, this Minnesota's going down.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Puddin may not be able to kill off this Kitakaze in time. I'm trying not to outturn my guns because I want this Kita to go away. And I eat about 15k from that Iowa's from turrets. And that's pretty unfortunate.
Requesting
But
fire on the designated
go
target.
secondaries of justice.
Ship is
We
on
set
fire.
the Iowa on fire, and that will be enough to ensure his demise. Minnesota burns down from fires from the shores.
Enemy
The
battleship
Yorkmen
sunk.
just a torpedo the NorCal. We get a salvo out on the Francisco Carpiolo. Frankie C gets collapsed by Sir.
destroyed an enemy
Your Citadel
battleship.
is mine. The Cleveland decides, hey, you know what? I have IFHE. I can laugh at things like this.
Problem solved, sir.
Well, I have to get my guns over the corpse here, and
Enemy is about to
hippity-hoppity, this Cleveland's about to be my property. Fuck you, there's my high caliber,
cruiser
get off my
foundered.
screen. So hopefully we have a chance to pull this off. However, I have 1,700 health. Gave compliments to that York, because that York did a damn good job, and thank you, Halsey, for giving me the ability to actually get this shot off. He sets a fire, and that is going to kill me. But we knock another 10k off that shores. And now comes the point where, despite 187,000 damage and 4 kills, and Puddin, I believe, has 2 kills, but we'll check that in a few minutes, probably going to lose this game. They have 690 points, they have 2 caps, there's 2.5 minutes on the clock. In Discord, we're saying, well, there's really not much that we can do. Puddin has to get into the cap and try to cap that middle ring, possibly the center ring. But it won't matter, because we're not going to be able to clear those points. The Shores is going to cap that outer cap, and he's just going to disappear. Well, what did I tell you earlier on in this game, right? This game is pretty much a who's who and a what's what of what not to do in World of Warships. Watch that cap progress carefully. They cap that outer ring. The middle ring cap progress stalls right about here.
The enemy
And
team
Puddin
has taken the lead.
incredulously in chat, in voice chat, says, what the fuck is going on here? Why is he in the cap? Why is he sitting in that middle ring? I mean, granted, a minute and a half, they win in a minute and a half, either by time expiring or by, points. But you just need to run away. This is a guaranteed win for the Shores. And of course, we're sitting here going, Jesus, where is he? He's got to be sitting right behind the island. There's no other explanation for where he would be. I mean, what is he trying to... He's probably trying to... I don't know if he's trying to... I don't know what he's thinking, honestly. I don't know if he's trying to no cap, kill all. Wooden says right now he's hydroed, so the guy's close. I don't know if he was just trying to stay undetected. I don't understand what this Shores is doing. We're down to 40 seconds left on the clock. And it's a Benham. What are you going to do with a Benham? You'll launch torpedoes, right? And in chat, we're basically saying if he turns broadside, you can probably AP him. He's not going to turn broadside, so put him switch to AG, but is he going to be able to out DPM him? Probably not until this guy with his Hydro running meets torpedoes. Amazing. 2.3 million credits on 187,000 damage, 4 kills, Confederate and high caliber. Puddin had 3 kills, I had 4, that's 7 out of 12. Pretty damn good. 2357 base XP. You can see we took a lot of damage. We took 150,000 total. And, of course, made a shitload of credits. Guys, we play all these on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/DrDrunkAKA. Head on over, drop a follow, and I'll see you next time. The bar is closed. It's last call. Good night, guys.